folks. Welcome to Affiliate Nerd Out Real Talk Friday edition. My guest, as always, Christen Evans. How's the week going, kid?
It's going. Got some cool news this week. I was asked to represent the PMA at Think Tank in Portugal next month. So busting out that passport again, which I love. Super excited to do.
That's coming up quick.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
yeah, it's always kind of like last minute, kind of like it was when I spoke at IPX in China. It happens real fast. Got to get moving.
Okay. Well, what an honor for you to be going there. That's awesome. Any details about Think Tank? What are you talking about?
It's myself, Kevin Edwards, who is the founder of the APMA, which is like the Europe's answer to the or the UK's answer to the Performance Marketing Association, and two other people, I believe an attorney and somebody else. I'm not 100% familiar, but we're meeting next week to talk. But just kind of talking about, what's going on in the industry. I think the APMA is putting out a survey. As we know, the PMA has put out multiple surveys for industry benchmarking. So I'm just kind of going there to rep the PMA.
Oh, that's exciting.
Yeah.
Well, that's exciting. And we missed PI Live together. So it looked like people were having a lot of fun. I was on a PI Live WhatsApp chat, and Paresh just kept on putting pictures, making me jealous and giving me envy. While the old friends getting together and hanging out. And speaking of that, Inflection actually won that award for most innovative.
Yay! Congratulations! It's amazing.
It is amazing. A lot of hard work going into that product, and so excited to be a part of it. And then, getting the word out of what that product does and the solution it is this is going to be really vital for it. So we'll see some LinkedIn posts about that here shortly.
I love it. I love it. Congratulations. That's great news. That sounds like a really good Friday win.
It is a good win. Yeah. What else is going on with you?
Not a ton. There are a couple of interesting things that came up this week. One of the things that actually, since you bring up Inflection, because it's a really good platform for this, gifting and seeding budgets for brands. I think that I understand that there are constrictions that brands have, like you're not able to give out the world. I totally understand that. But one brand that you've worked with recently, the cleaning brand, what was that again?
Truly Free.
Yeah, Truly Free. Like they gifted you like that whole suite of products, which was really cool. And you haven't stopped talking about it, which is also really cool. That's kind of what you do, And I feel like brands need to be a little bit more open. Yeah, see right there.
Yeah.
Be more open ready. And more generous kind of with products. You don't have to give away the world, but send something, especially if it's like a smaller creator who's really starting, like trying to get started and trying to like build their niche. This is the best way that you can cultivate a really good affiliate, this is the way that you can like tell them how you want things really done, because they're smaller, they're eager, especially if they approach you first, like use that to your advantage to build, it's basically like a brand ambassador, but it's somebody who's already interested. And if you can build that really strong relationship out the gates, even just by sending them a small product or giving them a really deep discount so that they can purchase on their own, do that, and like if they're not asking for a flat fee, which everybody is these days, if they're not asking for a flat fee, give them product, let them try it, and I don't know, I feel like brands have been backing away from doing that a bit. And I understand things are tight. The tariffs are scaring the crap out of people. Like all of that thing is happening, but if you want to build these partnerships, you have to have a little give too, and not just on the back end when after they've performed. You have to give them something to perform for.
For sure.
So over.
I think I mean, so many good points and points to approach here. Um, First off, yes, Inflection, great solution for gifting processes. You can set it up within the platform itself and send the gift from there. Like they sign up and you give the approval. That stuff is automated in the platform, which makes it super cool and easy. Secondly, like if you're not giving out $50 worth of product to every influencer out there with 5,000 followers and above, like what are you doing?
Right.
Like I don't I'm at the point of, like, I'm not gonna work with people that aren't willing to do that much,
Right.
right? I had a situation the other day, one of our clients at Inflections called Oslo, it's, sleep buds. I bought them
Mm-hmm.
for my wife, she loves them. She uses them all the time to block out the snoring of me at night, and, I've been gifting these to a lot of influencers out there, and oh, we had a case, 1 in 100 come back and we're like, "Hey, we didn't really like this product. Can we send it back? I'm sorry for the inconvenience." And their team is like, "Hey, don't worry about it. Give it to somebody else." Like, it's like a $200, $300 product,
Yeah.
and they have no problem gifting it to everybody, but that's the right mindset to have.
Mhm.
Even they had a bad experience, the way you handle it is the approach that really matters in this situation.
One of my very favorite stories in the entire world was, when Joe Souza was still living in Florida, and he has the site Complete Carnivore. He had gotten some product from Snake River Farms, and this was, like, before I took over the Snake River Farms program, but, he ordered some product, or he was gifted some product, but based on the shipping from Boise, Idaho, down to Florida, to Jacksonville, Florida, the meat had, like, thawed,
Oh,
at some point during the process. So he had kind of a poor customer experience, but it was because of their relationship with Joe and because of the gifting that they were doing with Joe that they were able to tweak and fine tune their shipping process so that they could guarantee shipment down to even like the keys and have
mm,
nothing compromise the product. And I think that like that feedback loop is so important, and like affiliates can often be your greatest kind of advocate or problem solvers, but
mm,
they do want to try the product and then they can speak about it. And I hate this term, but from a place of authenticity, like they're really, really, truly doing it. They're essentially your PR. And if you're not, really leaning into that by giving them product, it's kind of a mistake.
oh, agreed. I had another case this week, or somebody was going through an Appy Stash demo and telling me about the situation. I was like, "Hey, your organic toothpaste product would be a great fit for Inflection. That's not what this call is about, but like, are you willing to give gifts to all the influencers?" And the representative, he was an agency owner. He's like, "I can't talk the brand into doing it yet. What can I do?" And I'm like, uh, what can you do? Like, what's a good starting point of like convincing a brand to that this is a good idea?
I mean, really, if it's something that is providing a solution, the only way to get good content around it is to literally have somebody demonstrating how it's
Hmm.
a solution, So like organic toothpaste, I would want to know that it doesn't taste terrible, or
Yes.
like, or it has a weird mouthfeel or something. Like I would want a credible review, somebody literally on Instagram, on TikTok, writing a blog, I don't care, saying like, hey, this stuff is really good and it's organic and here are the like value props of it in order for me to be even somewhat interested in purchasing it.
Agreed. And then not only that, first off, Orlando sent me that giant package, right, from
Mhm.
Truly Free, and he's also followed up to send more product because he knows I'm talking about it, right?
Yeah.
But beyond that, like I'm already a customer now, like I'm already buying their subscription. So his $50 gift of whatever they gave me
It's
has
already come
turned
back.
me into a customer,
Yeah.
first of all. And like the more important part is like the experience that you're
Mhm.
giving that influencer, putting it in a really neat, nice box,
Yep.
or like Orlando's gift. He talked to me at a conference on Monday, and it was at my doorstep on Thursday. Like, that's a good experience,
That's a
right?
great experience. Yeah.
Yes. So giving those influencers that kind of experience where it's they can unbox it and have a fun time with it. They can use the product and make and be creative with it. This is so simple, and it's crazy how people don't want to spend $25 to $50 to give a sample to an affiliate partner.
I mean, I back when I was still blogging, but specifically when I was blogging on Bourbon and Sparkle, and I was documenting my pregnancy journey, I was working on a campaign with Tuft and Needle, the mattress brand. And not only did they send me a mattress, which is like cool in
Yeah.
and of itself, it's such a high ticket item. But they sent me a box of like a baby teether, like a branded baby teether, a onesie for Dexter. They sent me some Harney and Sons peppermint tea and a mug, and like it was just that touch in and of itself. I've bought Tuft and Needle mattresses since. And like that's a hard one. The mattress, like the lifetime value on a mattress purchaser, that's difficult. But because of that singular experience, I was totally sold on just working with a kind brand.
Very, very good point. And you're still talking about it today, 10
Yeah.
years later,
Yeah.
which is even more important. Like, you can't put a price on what that one gift gave you.
Yes.
It's really hard to uh, quantify like what that one gift will be in the future, and it's a really good gamble.
Yeah. It's a really good gamble.
Really good gamble.
I
Like,
mean, at the worst, you're just being kind
uh-huh.
and helpful, and like there's literally no downside to that. Like it's a soapbox I will forever stand on because having been a publisher, having been a creator, like having those products is literally so helpful to actually creating content that really will sell for you. But you have to be willing to be willing.
For sure. That's a great point.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you were able to share that, and oddly enough, we had, the same kind of experience, and we've had experiences in the past, and we both wholeheartedly agree on this topic. With SaaS products, I feel like it's even easier. That's like an
Yeah.
instant thing that you can
Yeah,
give
and the
away
margins are wild, so, like,
wildly. Yeah.
yeah, and why not? And it's funny because it's almost on the opposite end of the spectrum of another experience that I had this week, which was, I was reaching out to an influencer to offer
Okay.
gifting, and, their talent people came back and, said, "Is there budget?" And I said, "Do they have a rate card, a media kit, anything quantifiable?" And they came back with the budget, which was high. Like the influencer has 1.5 million followers. Got that. But it's high for not having any sort of like case study or documentation to just like throw out, yeah, 20K for one in feed video, which is just like, ooh, ouch. And so I was like, is there any documentation? Do you have any like past brand case studies? Like, obviously, I'm going to have to like run this by the brand, and I'm going to need supporting evidence. And they said, just go look at her page.
Hmm.
And like,
Yeah.
it was very like,
Yeah.
okay, never mind. Like, I'm good. I'm good. I'll go
Oh,
find
man.
somebody who's like willing to work with me,
Yeah.
and not just be so cold about it.
It's one of those situations where you write a super passive aggressive email and then push delete
Yes,
before you send it.
100%. Mhm.
When somebody's on that level of rude and like just entitled, I guess would be the right word. I mean, that's not a great way of running business. It's a way to lose clients. Like, I
Yeah,
I don't get it. Yeah, being helpful doesn't take that much time,
no.
first of all. Setting up a media kit might take you like a full day to polish altogether and put all the things in place.
If you're an influencer with that many followers, why don't you have a media kit?
Yeah,
Like, what?
I don't
That's
know.
that's what blew my mind is I'm like, there's no documentation and you're just telling me to go look at her page. Like, do
Right.
you want people to do you want brands to work with your influencer? I don't
I
understand.
know. And that's one of the, like, subsections of this new course I'm making about the, like, h how do influencers with 10K plus followers become an affiliate, right? And one of those things is, like, create a media kit. It's not that hard, like, AI could probably do it for you at this point. Just give them your traffic data and, like, um, so just being helpful
Yeah.
is goes such a long way. And now you're soured from that agency.
No, yeah,
Like,
100%.
you're not gonna
Like,
work with any of their
I
clients.
pretty much just blacklisted them on my list. I was like, "Nope, don't even try it. Stay
Uh,
far away."
Also, like, you share that with friends, like, we're not gonna blow them up right
Yeah,
here, but you're
yeah,
gonna share that with all your agency friends of who this agency is and the way they do business, and,
yeah,
that bad word's going to get around, like, there's no need to, like, burn bridges. Maybe you're having a bad day. We can give her the benefit of the
yes,
doubt, right?
yes,
But, like,
absolutely that.
yeah,
But then, like, maybe just don't answer your emails that day.
sure. That's a better structure. That's a better idea.
Yeah, I mean, and the wild thing is the brand has budget. Like, they're willing to invest in partners, but I'm not even gonna take that to the brand at this point because it's
No.
like, no,
They
no,
need to make it as easy as possible to help you make a valued decision of, like,
valuable decision,
"Hey,
yes.
let's work this traffic backwards." Like,
Yeah,
if it's gonna be worth this many clicks, we can work with that. That's a fair price. That isn't a fair price. My return on investment, we can recoup that based on our conversion rate. Just give me something,
give me
like,
something.
give me
Yeah,
something, that we can work with and we can take back to the client, like,
yeah,
brutal. Well, um it feels like something like that happens at least once a month, if not once a week
yeah,
in our world,
yeah,
but,
it's
it's
true.
how we handle it and how we deal with it, but I'm glad we're talking about it regardless,
Yeah,
so,
yeah, I
um
mean, hopefully we can help somebody navigate it a little bit better in the future.
yeah, for sure. One last thing before we go, I started my thing called, List Building Live, right? Like,
Yeah.
every Wednesday,
What
8:30.
is going on with your hand in that picture?
What do you mean? It's my hand. It's you don't like my hand?
What is going on with it?
Well,
It's like it's a
AI
claw,
isn't
like
very friendly with hands. I don't understand how AI is so smart and can get my face relatively right, but fingers, no way. Like, they do this to my fingers all the time and ruin pictures, but I loved everything else about this photo, like, I went with it. Uh,
I
I
mean, it
guess it
looks
was a
like
mistake.
gorilla
I
knuckles
didn't
in the like, where you're holding the clip, it's so funny. It's so funny.
I don't expect people to notice my hand like that, but you that was the first thing you said when you saw this banner, which is
Very
incredible.
first thing.
Uh, anyway, I'm building lists live. You need to give me the URL of that, new client of yours, and
I
I'll
will.
do it live and see what I can come up with, but
Yeah.
basically, anybody that gives me a URL of a brand they want me to build a list with, I'll build a list of 20, like, very quickly online live, and I will send it to your email if you share it with me. So, um, just something fun I'm trying out. It might take off. Who knows?
I mean, let's go. Let's see what happens.
Yeah. Yeah. Awesome. All right, folks. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you around. Thanks for joining me, Kristen.
Yeah, of course. Have a good weekend, bud.
All right. You too. Later.